Hey guys, I'm back with another video in my tower defense series. So in this series, I'm making a tower defense game, and I just kind of go over, kind of explain what I've been working on and like improvements that I've made, and kind of like my thought process and how I code some of these things. So it's been a little bit since the last video. I'm just been mainly working on code cleanup and improvements. One thing that I improved is the pathing. So before it was like very zigzaggy and kind of a little choppy how it pathed diagonally. So before in my pathfinding script, I had it so one unit cannot move to a diagonal tile. So what it would do, it would look for the top, bottom, left or right tile from the one that it was on. So it'd always move kind of like in this jagged kind of way to go to a point diagonally. So now that I have it so they can move into diagonal map tiles, I had to make it, I had to find those tiles between the two diagonals. So for example, if I'm going from this tile to this one, since I changed the model that I'm walking on from grass to this ground, I have to find those two tiles adjacent to the diagonals that I'm moving on, and also change their models. So even though like I'm not walking on this model, I'm still changing it. Yeah, so I can pull up that model. So it's just, half of it's grass, half of it's the ground. And basically what I do is I just have to rotate it depending on which one, depending on the direction that the model is moving. So if I pull up this one, the rotation is 180, negative 180. Pull up this one, the rotation is just 0 on that one. But you can see as I rotate it, I can just rotate it in the correct, direction that I want it to face in. So that's like the main thing, the biggest kind of change that I was working on. I think it improves like the, kind of how it plays a little bit. Definitely a lot more smoother. It's just going from, directly to that point instead of taking these zigzags, and just a lot smoother. Another big thing that I added to my randomized map is these rivers. So basically I have it randomly cuts through the map. So I can go vertical or horizontal, or go like halfway up the map and then turn. This one is just going directly through it. And then what I do is I take from the halfway point, I take these 2 quarter points and I build a bridge so the units can move over it. So here's one where it just takes a point and then turns and goes around. So go in here and block off the ramp so they won't come back this way. They'll just keep going. And I've been working on trying to like put grass, randomized grass and like flowers and trees and stuff in the map. Just to kind of bring it to life a little bit instead of just this straight green and blue. Not sure what to do with the water yet. Kind of want to put like some like wave ripples on it. Could be kind of cool. Another thing that I've been working on is just a standard map. What I'm starting to come across with the randomized map, it's cool to play around and just to make sure all the systems work for the pathfinding. But I think a randomized map will be really hard to balance. So what I've been starting on now is just a map that I made that isn't our randomized thing. So whenever you play this map, you kind of have an idea of what it's going to be. And I think the way that I'm going to randomize it is you can kind of see this little sidebar over here that I've been working on is randomizing the waves. So this kind of shows the current wave's armor type and the next two waves, the armor of those ones. And this is just randomized for right now. So every game you could have a different challenge. What I'm kind of getting into now is actually the game design of balancing it. Obviously I still have a bunch of models to do, but starting to actually like increasing the amount of the health of the units, kind of making that formula to make it challenging and balancing the towers to make sure it's like a fun game to play. But I think that's about it for this video. It's a little long delay between videos. I haven't got a chance to work on it too much or have anything interesting to show, but I think I'm kind of at that point now, so hopefully the next video won't be too long apart. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.